This is the Learn How to Snowboard series from Snowboard Addiction with our student Rio. We have set up a brand new board for her, and now we're going to be talking about different aspects of body position. So these boots and bindings are the step-on boots and bindings. Main reason we're using them, super easy. This is the ultimate inconvenience of getting in and out of snowboarding. This is how you do it. On the back here, you've got this thing called a heel cleat. You want to get that heel cleat in, heel, toe, and then go. That's it. You are then in those bindings.
Nice.
Let me show you how to get out of those bindings. Lift up the lever and twist the foot to come out. That's it. Okay. So these are the most simple bindings to get in and out. If you use traditional bindings, you have a heel strap and a toe strap. There's nothing wrong with traditional bindings. It's just a different method. This is just nice and easy. So let's get strapped in. Let me show you a couple of aspects of body position. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is some stance. So you'll see right away that I'm bending into my knees and I'm kind of flexing into my knees. That's very typical with snowboarding. We don't want to be standing up straight like that. The knees and your lower body joints are all the suspension. So it's almost like you're pushing your knees forward. The next thing is that your back is mostly upright most of the time. So sometimes people will snowboard doing a bit of this. You just feel it to feel what it feels like. Yeah, bending over. That's not a comfy position. It's not a stable position. It's better if you can move those hips forward, knees forward, keeping that back upright like that. Okay. My head, always upright. Head's up, looking where I'm going. Okay. Now, front arm is generally over the nose of your board. Back arm is generally over the tail of your board. What that does is it makes an alignment between your upper body and lower body, which gives you more balance when you're snowboarding. So that's a good aligned position. If you ever see someone snowboarding like this, like fully twisted with their chest facing downhill, that's an example of a bad alignment for a beginner snowboarder. If you think about having a hand over the nose and hand over the tail, that will generally keep you in line most of the time. Okay. Does that make sense? Yeah. Cool. So you're standing in a good snowboard stance right now. Your knees typically bend out over your toes, like what's happening. Yeah. Great. Now, if you look at my head's generally up towards my shoulder here if I'm riding forwards. If I wanted to ride switch, all that really mostly changes is my head goes to my other shoulder. So that's riding regular and riding goofy. Okay. We're going to do both. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. So in this position here, can you feel a little bit of pressure through kind of the toes of your feet, like the balls of your feet?
Yeah, I guess the balls of my feet, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you should feel. So to get a nice flat base, you're pushing those knees forward and you're almost feeling that little bit of pressure on the ball of your foot. Right, yeah. And just in this position here, I want you to see if you can do a little jump. Jump. Now, as you did that, do you notice that you went down like that? Forward, did you see that? Yeah. So go do it again, do it again. Okay. There we go, good. So instead of going down like that, you can try to go down with more the knees. More the knees, okay. Yeah, slightly more with the knees. There we go. Yeah. Good, good. If any of you guys watching this ever find yourself dipping over, it generally means you got to bring those hips forward more like that. Hips forward and knees forward keeps that back more upright. Right. Cool? Yeah. Little jump. If you're enjoying our videos, then make sure to come and check out Addiction Plus. It is the best snowboard coaching program in the world. As a member of Addiction Plus, you get access to our structured snowboard courses that range from beginner to expert, and you can track your progression, weekly live coaching sessions with us, upload your own videos for analysis of your writing, personalized feedback to help you fast track your progression, and the ability to attend our in-person events. Addiction Plus is incredible value and the most effective way for you to fast track your writing. Come join us now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start using some edges on our board, and if you need, I can help you with this. So in this position right now, we're going to feel out what it feels like to use a toe edge. So right now, I'm in this position. I'm going to move my hips. Can you see how I went up onto that edge? There we go. That's it. So what I'm doing is I'm like thinking about putting all my pressure over that toe edge and then moving my hips forward. See that moving? There we go. So that's you starting to use the toe edge of the board. Okay. Okay. Now, if you need to, hold my arm. Okay. And really push your hips forward. There we go. And so that's it. Pushing those hips forward. There we go. Yeah. Okay. That's using the toe edge. Right? There we go. Cool. Yeah. Now what we're going to do is we're going to feel the heel edge. So we're going to move a little bit weight towards that heel edge, and then you're going to lift those toes up. Okay. Now, one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to do this. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. straightening my legs.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm sinking a bit low and then lifting a bit of heel edge. And again, use my arm. Use my arm. There we go. So sink down and now lift those toes. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So you're using a bit of heel edge. You see how I'm using my heel edge here without straightening my legs?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, let's go toe again. Move your weight to the toes. So I'm moving my whole position over to my toes a little bit, and then I'm moving my hips forward that little bit just to get that edge.
Yeah.
Okay. So really subtle movement, real subtle amount of edge. Just the toe edge, and now just the heel edge. Just a little bit. A little bit of lifting your toes. Good. That's looking really good. Okay, so sinking low, keeping a bend in the knees. A little bit of toe edge. Okay. Ready for the next move?
Yes.
Okay. Next move. Hand over the tip, hand over the tail. Right now our hips are right in the middle of our board. We're going to start moving our hips. And we're just playing around here. Watch this. Watch how my hips, I move all the way to the tail of my board. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So if you think about where your hips are right now, see if you can move all those hips over to here. There we go. That's good. Now move back to the center and go the other way. Hips forward to the nose of your board. Nose of your board. Okay. Now, you're not going to be doing that on your snowboarding yet.
Yeah.
I'm just getting you an idea of flexing the board around.
Okay.
These are tricks you'll learn later. So let's go again. From here, take those hips to the back of your board until that board is flexing. The nose comes off the ground. Now go forward all the way until the tail of your board comes up off the ground. Good, good. Okay, now jump. Jump. Okay, little toe edge. Little toe edge. Just a little subtle movement. Little heel edge. Lifting of the toes. This is all stuff that you guys can do before you ever go snowboarding. Get a board. Get strapped into your living room, on a rug, on carpet, whatever. Feel out these movements because these are snowboard movements. The next one we're going to do is we're going to feel out what it's like to twist the board. So in this position here, I want you to try to lift up one foot while keeping the other down. So go for your back foot, lift up your back foot, lift up your back toes while keeping your front foot pressed down. Okay? Twisting of the board. You're going to be using this as you get into learning how to turn a board. You're going to be learning how to twist a board. Subtle twisting movements. See what happens with your knees as you do that? As you lift one, it's like it kind of tweaks you that way.
Yeah.
And then the other way, tweaks you the other way. That is one method you can use to turn a snowboard.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, one more time. Jump. Tail. All the way to the nose. Toe edge. Toe edge. Heel edge. That's it. It's okay. Little heel edge. And now, twisting the board. 1 foot down, 1 foot up. Twisting the other way. 1 foot down, 1 foot up. Good. Okay, cool. Those are some good subtle movements.
Okay.
We're now ready to go snowboard on that board. But before we do that, I'm going to put you on some of the snowboard action training gear.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a little training session.
Okay, cool.